do it. I'm just gonna do it myself.
How's that working out for you?
Actually, pretty good.
What do you gain from this?
The furniture being in the place you want it to be. The satisfaction of not being an incompetent waste of space. Pick one.
Because let me tell you, a lot of people might think that there is, but there is not a trophy for struggling.
And contrary to what the Gold Diggers Association of America might think, there is no trophy for being weak.
Weakness completely revolts me.
The guy in the video knows that. He's like, look at you. I knew that if I didn't do it, you would end up doing it. My question is,
Sweetie, nobody cares what your question is.
Dismissed.
does she...
Dismissed!
I'm so disappointed, dude. Like, I saw this guy, hot as too hot to be a nice boy, right? Like, he looked like a straight toxic ass player, and I was like, yup, that's mine. And I go up to him, and he's all nice. I was like,
You know, TikTok is cringe. But you know what the cool thing about TikTok is? You see, it's kind of like a window into the future. For instance, if you want to see what this lovely lady's future would look like when she's 40, TikTok will show you. And it looks like this.
I'm 40 years old and I feel like
It doesn't matter how you feel!
dating is 8 zillion times worse than like high school or like my 20s. And let me tell you something, dating in my 20s was a disaster. It was horrible. Men were awful. Boys were awful. And this is so much worse. It is so much worse. What happened to you guys between, 18 and 40?
Good question. Let's see if we can find an answer.
he looked like a straight toxic ass player, and I was like, yup, that's mine. And I go up to him, and he's all nice. I was like,
Action, reaction, cause, and effect.
What in tarnation is going on here, little missy? You trying to channel the demonic energies of Slanish? Now, look here, little missy. Where I'm from, down in Lubbock County, Texas, we have word for these kind of shenanigans. And that word is heresy. I love the smell of barbecue and heretics in the morning. Smells like Christmas. Marine Corps style.
There is a war being waged on masculinity. And here's the thing, it's not just coming from women, it's coming from men too. Men that have become comfortable with the new status quo, that embrace this new age definition of masculinity, which is really just femininity.
All right, let's talk manly man to manly man here.
What?
Let's talk manly man to manly man here.
Comrade, that's a conversation you don't qualify to. But by all means, continue the cringe.
Let's fast forward your life, 10, 15 years, and let's say you have a little girl, just like I do. And she comes up to you and she says, Dad, I want to do your makeup. Now, by the definitions you give in this video and the examples you show in this video, I should be saying no. I should say absolutely not. Men do not wear makeup. What's more important to you, upholding this traditional notion of masculinity, this caricature of masculinity, or giving your daughter that memory that she's going to carry with her for years, maybe for the rest of her life? When your own mental health and the well-being of your family becomes secondary to how other men view you, that's toxic masculinity. This is just makeup. I can wash this off. This masculine mask that so many of you got.
Oh, shut up.
Comrade, listen. If my little girl comes up to me and says, Daddy, I want to do your makeup, I'd say, awesome. Make Daddy look like Kratos. Or make Daddy look like the Joker. Or make Daddy look like William Wallace.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take Oh, freedom!
And if she says, well, I want to make you look like a fairy princess, I tell her no, because kids need boundaries, and Daddy is not a fairy princess. Daddy is a beast. But if she makes Daddy look like Kratos, I'll do her makeup so she can look like a fairy princess. You see, there are many ways you can encourage your daughter in her activities without suppressing your masculinity. And loving and caring for your daughter is not the same as simping for your daughter.
You're goddamn right.
The problem is, a lot of guys nowadays won't even think about something like this because they've been brainwashed to believe that feminine is the right way and masculine is the wrong way. So those guys will always yield to the feminine.
Pathetic.
By the way, you know what happens to little girls whose fathers constantly simped for them and their mothers? They grow up and they don't respect their fathers. But it's not just their fathers. They have no respect for men in general. Then they go on a rant on TikTok, absolutely surprised that Chad and Tyrone won't simp for her like her daddy does. And you know what that means, you fabulously bedazzled and perfectly manicured individual? It means that daddy's little princess will end up a lonely, bitter old woman.
And that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so.